Hi everyone, I can see people have started joining in. I'm hoping I'm audible. So welcome to another live at CrafTangles. Today, so normally for those of you who are new to our channel, right, or new to our Instagram page, so what we like to do is we like to, hi Sneha, I hope again I'm audible guys. Please feel free to comment down below that I'm audible. So normally with our weekend workshops, what we like to do is we pick up one art form and we pick up a lot of CrafTangle supplies and we combine them and make an end product. So we have different designers who will kind of, combine different techniques, what they are good at. So depending on whether we are doing art cast, hi Vashu, I hope guys I'm audible because I can see a lot of highs popping in. So where was I? Okay, so what we do is we kind of do decoupage, we do mixed media, we do artcast, which was our last live, which is the Jesmonite alternative. So we did a live on that where there were a lot of queries and it was quite engaging session. Then we did watercolors. We have also done alcohol inks, we have done card making, journaling, so on and so forth. So the idea is to do a live workshop where we combine one art form and we use CrafTangle supplies live in front of you as so that in case that is an art form that you follow, you can ask us questions on what is that particular product, how we use it, etc, etc, what goes in your mind when you are using this particular product, what is the technical logic behind using this particular product, etc, etc. So that is what is our idea of weekend workshops when we are doing these lives. Second thing that I wanted to talk about was before I go into live. So today's live is going to be with Anamika. She is our decoupage, resin and artcast designer. So she kind of does all three. She's a teacher. She teaches one-on-one. She also takes personal classes and she also makes a lot of projects and sells them. So for those of you artists who want to get a teacher's perspective on things, or what to do when you are planning to sell that particular product, like it could be a resin product, it could be a decoupage product, so on and so forth, you can ask those kind of questions also to Anamika. So before I start, another thing that I want to tell about is this is our anniversary month at CrafTangles. So and CrafTangles and Handmade. So we are now, I think, 7 years old company, and it's a very proud moment. So we wanted to share this happiness with you all, and that is why we have a sale going on, which is our anniversary sale. Now we do such kind of big sales only twice a year. So one of it is our anniversary sale. So we give sales on CrafTangles product, and apart from that you also have sales on all the other brands. So Prima, Stamperia, international brands, etc. All the sales are going on. So there are some bulk discount, etc. that goes on along with the sales. So if you are looking to buy any craft supplies, right now is a great chance to check out our website, because I know a lot of people don't follow our WhatsApp group or check our Instagram story, etc. So for those of you who kind of missed out, our anniversary sale is going on, and this is the best guys that you will get for the next couple of months. We are not going to give you such kind of sale again, because this is our anniversary sale and it's going to be a big bang sale. Third and the last thing before we start live, because I know you all are excited to see the project, third thing that I want to tell you is we this month what we are planning is we are planning to do some flash sale, which is going to be like for 2 hours, 3 hours. Those are going to be crazy deals that you don't want to miss out. Okay, and the only way that you'll be notified of those flash sales are going to be through our WhatsApp group. So please join our WhatsApp group or you will miss out on those deals. Okay, how to join our WhatsApp group? On our website, if you go, which is www.hnDMD.com, as soon as you type that and the page loads, you will see a pop-up to join our WhatsApp group. Do join that WhatsApp group if you are looking to check out our sales, our flash sales, and what are the new products coming out, what are the new projects that we are making using those products. So sometimes we all need inspirations from each other, and we as a brand are ready to provide you those inspirations. So please do check that out. And I can see Anna has sent me hi, and she has also sent me a request to come live, so I'll just accept her request. Hi Kavita. And I have accepted your request, but I cannot see you. I'll send you a request again, Anamika, because I think there is again some issue. I've sent you a request again. Hi,
Yeah, hi,
Anamika.
Khyati. Yeah, can you
Yes,
see?
yes, I can see you are audible and I can also see the MDF product that you have kept in the
Yes,
center. You're visible, you're
yes.
audible as well.
Great, great. So just let me know whenever you want to start. In the meantime, whatever you want to say, you can carry on. I'm going to just simply gesso the surface.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I just wanted to talk about the sale because a lot of people
Okay.
did not know this was our anniversary month. So I think I kept the message. The only thing I want to add, guys, is like we do this two people live so that I'm the host and Anamika today is going to make a decoupage project. Now, why do we do this two people live is so that you can ask any kind of questions that you have in your mind and we can reply to them hands-on. So during the live, if you have any queries in terms of, why are you using this product or what is this particular technique that you are doing or what went through your mind when you are doing this, etc., etc., all your queries we try and answer during the live itself. Because a lot of time what happens is, when there is only one person doing the live, they kind of miss out on all the queries that are being popped up. Okay, so that is why we are doing this two people live, and I hope you enjoy that. On to you, Anamika.
Yeah. Today I'm going to do a simple, very simple decoupage project. I'm planning to use both transfers and let me see if I can use some papers as well.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. So the
Okay, so you
first thing
were
we
talking about the layering thing is what you're going to show today,
yes,
which was
yes,
an interesting concept.
yes.
Cool.
Let's just try. First thing is we are going to gesso the surface.
Yeah. So those of you who are wondering, this is CrafTangles white gesso. We have three kinds of gessos on our website, which is under CrafTangles. That is white, clear, and black. So depending on what kind of project priming you need, whether it is clear so that you can see whatever is behind the background, or whether you want to do a white, which gives a white opaque finish, or you want to do a black, which is a black opaque finish, you can kind of decide what gesso you want to go ahead. Does the sanding help in some way? So, Anamika, I'll let you answer this.
The
Does the sanding
sanding?
help in some
No, no. It is just because my surface was not. I felt the surface needs a sanding. That is why I did it.
way? Okay,
Otherwise, for an MDF base, you may or may not sand it because the base is as
yeah,
it is ready to hold onto or stick onto your gesso.
right, right. So I think the finish was not there at the corner edges. That's why you just kind of sanded the corners. Okay, Anamika has put us on mute because she's using the heat gun. But normally with MDF guys, we normally even I don't use any sanding. I do sanding whenever I'm doing glass or plastic especially.
See,
So
why
the
I had to
question,
sand this
yeah,
particular project is because it was lying with me for a very long time. So I felt it
right,
needed a sanding because here and there were some, things jutting out. So I wanted a plain surface. So that is the reason why I did it.
correct, correct. So pouring sensation by Parinay, CrafTangles and handmade are actually not the same thing. So handmade is a website where we sell a lot of brands. So we sell Camlin, we sell Fevicryl, we sell a lot of Chinese journal supplies, dyes, etc. We also sell a lot of international brands like Prima, Stamperia, Art Philosophy, if you are into, gouache and all watercolors and all those things. So CrafTangles is just one part of handmade. CrafTangles is an in-house brand of handmade, and we try to do so. 95% of our products are made in India. So CrafTangles started with the thought process of making crafting and art supplies more affordable for Indian people because when you import the costing etc. always increases, and we felt with the way the craft and art community was increasing, it kind of made sense to do a made in India company. So CrafTangles is a made in India brand where 95% or more of our products are made in India. So CrafTangles is just one brand which is a part of bigger group which is handmade. I hope I was able to answer your query. Another thing we get a question which, today we are not talking about is, do you dry after applying gesso? Now, this is like, it's a very personal thing. I feel everybody has a different style that they like. Personally, what I like to do is, whenever I'm putting thin coats of gesso, I let it air dry. And like, even I can do a heat dry, it dries within a couple of minutes. And if you are putting a thick coat, we normally don't, I like to air dry it. But normally, since we are doing a live, we don't have that liberty of air drying the gesso. And that's why if you see in all our lives, including with my mixed media artists Paro and Sneha, who have joined in the live, we normally dry our gessos in the live itself, like how Anamika is doing. But if you have time, let it air dry. Hi, Paro. Hi, Sneha. I saw your hi as well in the earlier, but I guess I missed out. So
So
today
I'm
we are
going
doing
to
a pen stand. I think this
cover
is a
up
pen
the
stand.
inside as well because we are going to
Okay.
use a lot of chalk paints. Inner parts, the inside part of this particular project will be painted with chalk paints only.
Okay. So since the inside you are going to do chalk paint painting, you may skip the gesso is what we are seeing today, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because technically chalk paint also have a primer in them, so you may skip it also. Again, that's your personal choice. If you feel that chalk paints are more vibrant with a white base, you can go ahead and do that. There is a slight variation. I'll not say, that 100% you can skip. But if that's not a big deal to you and you're not using very light colors, you could definitely skip. Or you could put two coats of chalk paint where, you are not applying gesso. Because I know this is again a question that we get a lot. So just letting you guys know. As always,
So
guys,
my
if
surface,
you have any queries, please go ahead and ask us. Anamika, on to you.
yeah. So we already know now the base is now gessoed, so I am ready to
Hmm.
use my papers or you can use your transfer sheets. So today I'm going to use mauves and purples and lilacs. Now you can
Interesting.
ask, I mean, you can just suggest whether you want me to show only with transfers or you want me to use paper as well as transfers.
So पेपर में क्या ऑप्शन है विथ ट्रांसफर
Paper,
वाले में
or maybe, what I was planning to do since we are planning a layering thing. So I was planning to give this as the first coat, and on top
ओके
of that, I'm going to use this.
ओके ओके
Yeah. And अगर papers में बोलूँ तो just the paper, simple decoupage paper. Maybe I'm going to use
अच्छा
just this part and play around with stenciling and stamping.
ओके
Yeah.
ओके सो डेकोपाच पेपर के साथ ट्रांसफर एंड देन सम स्टैम्पिंग
Yes.
एंड स्टेंसिलिंग
Yes.
ओके
Yes.
ओके
So
सो
let the
कविता का तो
audience
आया है शी
decide.
वांट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ बोथ द वर्ल्ड शी वांट्स हर आंसर इज बोथ बट
Okay.
आई थिंक
Let me
the
let me.
colors of transfers are also going well like honestly वो lilac और वो purple is going quite
Yeah.
well
Yeah. So let me just try out throw them both so that
yeah
you know.
वैसे भी मुझे
So
पता है आपको 45 मिनट्स में हो ही जाना है वो ऐड करके 15 मिनट शायद
नहीं
और
आज
चल
मैंने
जाए
जानबूझ के
मैक्सिमम
इसीलिए जेस्टो को भी रखा है.
राइट राइट वरना लॉट ऑफ टाइम 45 मिनट्स मतलब आई मीन दैट्स कुडोस टू यू एंड योर मतलब स्किल्स कि आपको इतना आ गया कि आपको मेरे को लग रहा है वंस वी टेल यू के आज रात को नींद में आप 2 डिकूपेज प्रोजेक्ट बना दो आप मेरे लिए बना दोगे मुझे लगता है
No, what I enjoy in decoupage is see, when I started it, I never knew that, I could go so fast with the techniques.
राइट
But what I really enjoy making in decoupage is the reverse decoupage projects. Because
या
usme na, you can actually play around with the blending of colors and every
राइट
time same project के साथ कुछ different effect आता है.
अलग होता है
Yeah.
आई हैव सीन लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ आपके प्रोफाइल पे वी सी अ लॉट ऑफ प्लेट्स with
Yeah,
different
yeah,
elements, like from
yeah. They
Buddhas
are
to florals to everything.
that. I mean, those are the like my USP. You can say. When usually people they like those plates.
Right. नहीं नहीं, बहुत सही, बहुत सुंदर है, इसीलिए तो मैंने आपको पूछा भी, इफ यू रिमेम्बर, कि आप प्लेट्स कहाँ से लेते हो, बिकॉज आई वांट टू डू अ कपल ऑफ रिवर्स. सो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि मैं कहाँ से शुरू करूँ, सो आई थॉट मैं एक्सपर्ट को ही पूछती हूँ कि कहाँ से मैं क्या लेके शुरू करूँ ऐसे.
Like Delhi में it was one of the shops was selling them. Even in Chandigarh I used to get. यहाँ पे मुझे
अच्छा.
नहीं मिला तो I had to take the resort of Amazon only.
राइट. नो एक्चुअली आई वाज आल्सो थिंकिंग टू चेक आउट अ मार्केट, क्योंकि वो अमेजोन वाले तो क्वाइट एक्सपेंसिव है, सो आई डोंट
या
थिंक
या
एवरीबॉडी कैन
या
अफोर्ड इट, सो आई वाज
नहीं बट
थिंकिंग के
आपके वहां पे श्योर शॉट मिलेगा यार वहां
हाँ,
पे तो
बॉम्बे में
मतलब
मिल ही
हाँ
जाएगा.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मिलेगा देयर इज नो डाउट वहां पे तो लाइक इट इज मोर लाइक दिल्ली ओनली यू गेट आई
राइट.
मीन इफ नॉट बेटर
वो वही होता है ना, उसके लिए घर और ऑफिस के अलावा
हाँ
तीसरी जगह जाना
हाँ
पड़ता
यू
है,
हैव टू गुड
क्योंकि अभी
हाँ डू
लाइफ
अ
तो ऐसी
मार्केट
चल रही
सर्वे
है कि
करेक्ट
हाँ.
करेक्ट
तो बट आई वांट टू डू इट राइट, दैट्स व्हाई आई डिड नॉट ऑर्डर आल्सो. मैंने सोचा एक बार पहले मैं लोकल में देख के आऊंगी कि अगर मुझे मिल जाएगा तो, क्योंकि अमेजोन पे क्या होता है, शिपिंग वगैरह भी होगा, तो मे बी यू नो इट वाज एक्सपेंसिव, और बहुत सिलेक्टिव लोग ही आर सेलिंग क्लियर प्लेट्स. I checked out a couple of crockery stores, by the way, because we, again, we get this question every reverse decoupage live, like where are those clear plates from? As
प्लेट्स हाँ
Anamika said, try your local area, because I think that will be the cheapest you will get. Amazon, I think there are only two or three listing who are selling clear plates, so that is going to be much more expensive as compared to your local area.
ड्यूरल का आर द बेस्ट दिस मच आई कैन
हाँ,
लेट यू नो है ना
which is
और
Amazon,
या
Amazon one.
या एंड बिसाइड्स दैट ड्यूरलेक्स के छोड़ के यू गेट बोरोसिल ऑल्सो मीन्स आई गॉट
हाँ,
इट वंस
yeah,
मैं ना एक वो स्पंज लेके
Borosil.
आती हूँ ख्याति जस्ट गिव मी वन
Sure,
सेकंड
sure, sure. Yep, Kavita, she finishes projects very quickly. Like I was even today, I'm targeting like 45 minutes, but मुझे लगा अभी आपने both बोला है, तो maybe she will take another 15 more minutes, but I don't expect it to be more than 1 hour. That's her USP. मेरे को तो 1 hour, it takes me an hour normally whenever I make projects, and even Paro and Sneha knows this, but it takes me like literally 1 hour to plan the project of how I want it to be made, rather than just going on doing it. तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है by the time I am planning my project, अनामिका का project हो गया है. So it's that quick.
नहीं नहीं आई जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो आई श्योरली लाइक आई नीड सम टाइम टू प्लान लाइक माई बेसिस एंड ऑल हैव टू बी रेडी बट
हाँ,
अदरवाइज यूजुअली आई गो विद द फ्लो मतलब जो पसंद आता है करती जाती हूँ
right. So guys, she is using transfers for those of you who have joined in late. So these transfers are water reactive. You apply them face down onto a pre-gessoed base. In this case, we have gessoed the MDF with a white base. And this is very important, guys. Transfers are translucent in nature. So light color या white color पे ही वो खिल के आएंगे, same as your decoupage napkins. For those of you who are trying out transfers for the first time, so it is very important whether you use decoupage napkins or you use transfers कि आप उसको light base पे ही करो. Okay, so this she has already white gessoed it, and now she has applied the design face down, and then she has applied water to it, and with a sponge or a brush, whatever you're comfortable with, and then she has removed it, so you can see the design has been transferred onto base. So everybody is timing you today, Anamika, कि आपका 5 बजे तक होएगा या नहीं.
नो
हमारी यहाँ
आई
पे
ट्राई
चल
टू
रही है, you will complete before 5.
ओ माय गॉड सो
अभी you have an added pressure. But it is looking so beautiful. मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है कि हमने अल्कोहल इंक ही कर दिया.
या 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 करेक्ट सो
So
नाउ
this is a good shortcut for those of you who are looking for a shortcut.
this is I'll just show you the code for this particular thing
Yeah,
CTDTS 150
yeah. And its name is Raisin Art. So if you go on our website and you search Raisin Art Transfer, you will find all the designs that are available for Raisin Art in transfers.
So we have like I think 10, 12 designs. So this one is lilac. We similarly have browns. We have like pinks, violets. We have yellows, I think. So depending on what colors you want on your project, you can select and buy. And pouring session by Parinay. I have used almost so many of your transfer sheets for my resin artwork in just clock and nameplates, and people just loved it. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Do tag us next time when you make a project. We'll love to see, what we have made. But yeah, thank you so much. I mean, such kind of comments on our live, as you can see, makes my day.
The next transfer which I'm using is CTDTS 429. So this is the
And
one.
it's called Spring Flowers 39.
Yeah. Yeah, spring flowers 37 it is written.
37, okay, my bad. I was just trying to read. मैंने बोला वो भी people can search and say. Normally code से you will find it. So just to show you, like I like to, while she's making, I like to show some projects so it's not very boring for you all. But just to show you that this is also one of the transfer that we did a live. So this is the decoupage box that we did with transfers. So this is one of the transfer blended with colors. Similarly, I have a project coming up where I have used this kind of beauty related things. So this is again a holder. She's doing floral. This is makeup one that I had done. Of course, it's not being used for makeup things because I am an artist, so I have like blending brushes and all those things. But you could do something like this as well. So these are just transfers and background में थोड़ा सा मैंने color use किया है, which are our liquid acrylics, and then the transfer. So those of you who have been seeing my live, this is kind of a repetition, so I'm sorry for that.
So till the time this becomes like transparent, don't try to remove the paper. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it will just come off.
yeah.
So that is one trick, or that is one thing you need to remember while using
And if you are
transfers.
seeing white paper in the backdrop, that means आपने पानी कम डाला है. So take a little bit of more water and apply it through the sponge on top of it. So then it will start reacting and it will become translucent like how you are seeing on Anamika's project. And then I still feel give it a 15 to 10 to 15 seconds to 30 seconds of time to react and then start releasing. Again, guys, whenever you're using transfers, because this we get a lot, right? So every transfer is different. Just because you have used another brand of transfer does not mean the same process of transfer will apply to us. Ours could be a bit different. I feel ours are more water reactive. So always try a small sample of transfer on a scrap piece of project or MDF, whatever you want to do. Get your hands on that if you are using our brand of transfers for the first time, and then use them on your project. So that ways आपको hands on भी रहेगा और आपको you won't feel that anxiety while removing the transfers or while applying the transfer. Thank you, Kavita. I know you always say this, so thank you. I appreciate it. That a lot of people love our transfers, so thank you for that. And I really appreciate it. And I feel we have used transfers on a lot of mediums. So this is one जहाँ पे हम MDF में दिखा रहे हैं. Anamika herself has taken projects on reverse decoupage. She has taken project on cardboard के boxes. Uh, Sneha and Parvati have used it on canvases and papers. Papers तो हम लोग almost every live में we Sneha and Parvati we use it on paper. So if you want to see our transfers on all these mediums, just check out our old lives, which is available on Instagram and also on our YouTube. On to you, Anamika.
Yeah.
Anamika, can you show the purple flower का transfer?
Hmm.
हाँ, the difference अगर आप लोगों को दिखाओगे on a white and on a transfer, so that they
So
can
this
see कि
is
because
with
it
a
is
background, which is
translucent.
also a
हाँ,
transfer, and this is on
yeah,
simple white gesso. So I'm going
हाँ.
to
So
use one more here. Okay. So that
yeah.
you know the difference. That is why I'm using all this.
So yeah, so that's what I was going to tell people that we always say that transfers are translucent, right? So अगर आप difference देखोगे on the transfer, तो the color has merged with the background which was lavender, right? And on the one which is purely on white, you can see the pop of colors, जो कि white पे ही आता है. So that is why always remember transfers. If you are a beginner, go with a white base. Don't experiment. Get a hands-on, then start experimenting. Yeah, exactly. So Paro is saying on MDF, cardboard, wood, etc. Everything you can use, not an issue. I have been using it for ages on papers and it's never been. I'm just trying to get you guys a sample. So I have been using it on paper. So this is transfer on a paper and then cut out and used as an element. This is directly on diary. So you can see you can use it in many ways. Yes, I have used it on Artcast also. Thank you for remembering, Kavita. So we did I think it's on my YouTube channel where we have created Artcast, which is a Jesmonite alternative, made in India Jesmonite alternative. So using that, I have made a soap tray, and on top of it, I have transferred using a transfer. So you could also do that. Okay, we have used transfers on resin as well. We have used transfers on acrylics as well, which is another popular thing that apply resins on apply transfers on acrylics and then seal it with resin or liquid glaze and your coasters are ready. Thank you, Paro. Thank you. These are like my favorite pages, the girls wala. I love them. Somehow I am more inclined to these than florals also, like these girls. I love it. And also, while Anamika is making this, because a lot of you had loved this page, and a lot of you have always been asking the tutorial for this page. This tutorial is live on my YouTube channel, which is Khyati Kothari. So this is the first page that I show you, and this is the second page that I show you. So this is the diary page that I did in today's live. It is available on my YouTube channel. We will be posting reel also in a couple of days, but this is what is today's live, today's YouTube tutorial that I share. Yeah, glass bottle one is it's been very popular also. A lot of people like the glass bottle on transfer wala reel as well. Blue and yellow, absolutely. मेरे को तो सारे vibrant colors अच्छे लगते हैं. I was not a vibrant lover, as I said. A lot of our designers are all vintagey people. Like I love vintage. I know Paru loves a lot of Blanches so projects. Anamika loves vintage. We call her vintage queen. Sneha एक ये मुझे लगता है who experiments a lot with color as compared to three of us. बट फिर भी मुझे पता है कि जब हमने ये ट्रांसफर्स रिलीज किए थे द कलरफुल वंस ऑल ऑफ यू लव्ड इट स्नेहा लव्ड इट पारो लव्ड इट अनामिका आल्सो लव्ड इट सो यस कलरफुल transfers do look beautiful when applied on the projects. Thank you. Yeah, the princess मतलब को if you want to make like baby projects, like a little girl's birthday and all that. ये बॉक्स पे बना दिया बैकग्राउंड में थोड़ा वाटर कलर करके इफेक्ट दे दिया यूजिंग एक्रिलिक्स इट विल लुक वेरी ब्यूटीफुल मतलब not a lot of time and effort goes into making it and that is what we want to do guys we want to make your life simple if I may say so. Thank you Sneha for the very first time of using I did it with green chalk paint. Yeah, yeah, exactly. This is what, that is why, a lot of time, we have had this issue also with decoupage napkins because we sell a lot of, as I said, we just don't sell CrafTangles, we sell a lot of other brands also. So napkins are again a very active category on our website. So a lot of people who have tried first time हमको आके उन्होंने black paint पे napkin मार दिया and then they told us यार तुम you are frauds. You are giving me designs which get disintegrated when I apply it on paint. And we were like, we have sold thousands and thousands of napkins, and like it doesn't disintegrate. Like that's not how it works. So then we sat with her, we understood her problem, and then we realized what she was doing was she was applying black paint in the background, and then she applied napkin. Okay. So remember, guys, don't do that. If you are a beginner, always use white. Once you get hang of things, do blending. But again, stick to pastels, don't go to dark colors. We also have a very popular reel on our Instagram where we have used transfers on a light color, which was like a light yellow, and then we have used it on a dark blue, like almost blackish blue color, just to show you the difference. It transfers, same design looks how different on the two coasters. I mean, we did that just so that you guys can understand. Thank you, Sneha. तुमको पेज चाहिए ले जाओ एक्चुअली like Parvati, I was thinking the same thing that you were so sweet and you gave me a mixed media piece when I came there and I was thinking यार मेरे पास तो कुछ है ही नहीं मैं कुछ रखती ही नहीं हूँ मतलब because I don't have space. I am a मुंबईकर. I hardly have space. So I was thinking यार ये लोग मुझे मिलेंगे and I felt मैं क्या दूंगी इनको. So then I was thinking कि मैं कुछ छोटा mixed media कुछ कुछ ऐसा बनाऊं मैं सोच ही रही थी. And yeah, if you want a diary page, take diary page. I have no issues. So, Anamika, this is for you. Kavita is telling me we are here sitting and chatting about things, and by that time, Anamika ma'am का project almost done हो गया है.
नहीं नहीं, अभी डन नहीं हुआ, इसमें और बहुत काम बाकी है. आई डोंट लीव माई प्रोजेक्ट ऐसे ना, तो दैट इज माई,
हाँ. आज
दैट इज,
तो अनामिका बोल रहे हैं आज तो मैं 1 घंटा तुम्हें क्रॉप
आज तो एक
करके ही
घंटा
दिखाऊंगी.
नहीं लेगा.
ऐसे कैसे तुम मुझे बोल सकते हो हर बार.
नहीं, इसी वजह से मैंने आज जैसो भी नहीं किया. नो, आई विल नॉट डू एनीथिंग टुडे. नहीं, कल रात को क्या हुआ, आई एक्चुअली हैड अ स्मॉल इंजरी इन माई हैंड. मतलब आई वॉज गोइंग टू
Oh,
पिक अप माई सन फ्रॉम हिज ट्यूशन क्लास and this
oh,
chap, he was on his scooty ना, purposely he hit me on my left hand.
oh,
हाँ, तो ये काफी मतलब वो सूजन होके रखा हुआ है, बट थैंकफुली इट इज नॉट
oh,
नियर माई दिस पार्ट. ये
हाँ,
यहाँ पे सूजन होके देन वो सब ठीक ठाक
oh,
करके. हाँ, वेरी क्रेजी पीपल यार. मतलब बदमाशी किया, ऐसा नहीं है कि जानबूझ के, मतलब ऐसा ही है कि
हाँ,
जानबूझ के किया. बिकॉज व्हेन आई
oh,
स्टार्टेड स्क्रीमिंग एट हिम, ही जस्ट रैन अवे. मतलब एक वही होगा 80-90 के स्पीड में, एंड रास्ता पूरा खाली था. इट वॉज
हाँ,
टोटली एम्प्टी, एंड पर्पसली ही
right.
डिड इट.
सीरियसली कभी कभी है ना लोगों का साइकी समझ में नहीं आता. कोई कोई लोगों का.
यंगस्टर, आई मीन, मतलब अगर ठीक उम्र में मेरी शादी हो गई होती तो मेरा बेटा ही उतना बड़ा होता यार. आई मीन, हाइट्स ऑफ एवरीथिंग. आई वाज सो
नहीं यार.
शॉक्ड. ये क्या है?
नहीं वो आजकल वैसा ही हो रहा है ना. द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन एवरीबडी इज कमिंग आई फील मोर वायलेंट प्रोन. ऐसा लगता है मेरे को. लाइक हमारे पेरेंट्स भी हमारे बारे में यही बोलते होंगे बट या. बट प्लीज टेक केयर. आपका एक्चुअली अभी नाउ दैट यू सेड आपका हाथ ऐसा लग रहा है हल्का सा swollen. इवन कविता इज सेइंग द सेम थिंग.
नहीं, दैट इज ओके यार, दैट वोंट स्टॉप मी फ्रॉम मेकिंग समथिंग. वो तो है, लेकिन वही, आई वाज सो टेकन अबैक
या.
कि तुम, मतलब यू डिडंट इवन स्टॉप एंड से सॉरी, इवन दैट मींस यू डिड इट
हम्म.
पर्पसली. सो वेरी स्ट्रेंज.
नहीं वो भी होता है ना. बहुत लोगों को ये भी लगता है अगर मतलब पकड़ लेगी तो फिर खाली फुकट बवाल करेगी. इंडिया में दिस इज
नहीं,
अ
एंड
प्रॉब्लम.
देखो, हाथ में मोबाइल होता, ही ट्राई टू स्नैच इट अवे, आई कैन फिर भी अंडरस्टैंड. आई मीन, अननेसेसरीली वो जो हैंडल था ना स्कूटी का, उसको लगा के चला गया. एंड दैट हैंडल इज लाइक, वो तो आयरन का होता है ना, तो वो इंटायरली इट स्वेल्ड अप इमीडिएटली. इट स्वेल्ड अप,
या.
ब्लड ब्लिस्टर्स हो गए, एंड आई डोंट नो, पता नहीं. एनीवेज,
बर्फ लगाना. यू फील बेटर.
okay, so this I am using today.
ओल्ड
Khyati,
लेटर्स.
old letters, yeah. मुझे I think सारे old ही पसंद है. I
हाँ,
don't know. I
नहीं,
end
this is one of our running item. I think अभी भी out of stock है. This particular stamp, it comes in stock, it goes out of stock. It comes in stock, it goes out of stock. ऐसा ही होता है इसके साथ. This is a very famous stamp. But and I know I'll get this question. So before I get this question, this stamp stock we are expecting in a week or so's time. So don't worry. If you are wanting to get this stamp, just ये इसके पेज पे जाके put your email ID in notify me box on our website and you will get an email as soon as this product is back in stock.
Okay, so why I want to show this thing is
Hmm.
I wanted you all to see that even with simple transfers, you
Hmm.
can actually change the entire look of your project.
Yeah. I think
थोड़ा
ये
सा
वैसे
यहाँ
भी
पे
सबका फेवरेट टेक्निक है ना स्क्रिप्ट स्टैम्प का थोड़ा स्टैम्पिंग इन द बैकग्राउंड सम ट्रांसफर्स एंड यू कैन सी गाइस व्हाइट में और द पर्पल में जो अनामिका ने किया साइड बाय साइड सी द डिफरेंस इन द कलर्स एंड द लुक लाइक दिस
यहाँ
वन
पे भी
एंड द प्रीवियस
मैंने
वन
स्टैम्पिंग
राइट
किया हुआ है बट सी इट इज
एग्जैक्टली
ऑल फेडेड सो यहाँ पे इट इज लुकिंग वेरी वाइब्रेंट नाइस एंड
या
वाइब्रेंट
या
सो नाउ लेट्स
तो डिपेंडिंग ऑन आप ट्रांसफर्स को कैसे यूज करते हो यू कैन गेट डिफरेंट इफेक्ट्स लाइक सेम थिंग इफ यू सी हियर दिस इज अ वेरी वाइब्रेंट ट्रांसफर इट्स इफ यू सी दिस ट्रांसफर इफ यू सी द लाइव इसमें बहुत वाइब्रेंट कलर्स ब्लू कलर्स थे बट वी मर्ज्ड इट विद ब्राउन सो इसीलिए डल पड़ गया एंड द ग्रीन ऑल्सो वी हैव यूज्ड इज लाइक अ ब्राउनिश ग्रीन so it kind of merged and it made it more vintage looking so you can make it as colorful as you want and as vintage as you want. You don't have to buy separate like vintage flowers. You can use this and create that. And I completely agree with your comments, Neha. Yeah, butterfly is looking very pretty.
now let's come to this side. Now this side again I want to give you a separate treatment so that you know how to play around. Now here
Right.
I'm going to put some chalk paste.
Okay. So this
So here we
is
had
using
a black
decoupage
sorry
papers.
white
Okay.
gesso. I'm going to mix
Okay.
some color which is
अच्छा,
like
so here you are doing blending to show people कि ये
yes
transfer on a
yes
blended कैसा लगता है. Okay.
blended
Good.
surface में कैसे लगेगा.
Right. And then we can probably take papers next time, guys. We'll take papers next time. Papers and
Okay,
transfer.
you
Don't worry,
want me
आते
to take
रहेंगे
up
lives.
papers? You want me to
नहीं,
take up papers?
actually papers में ज़्यादा difference नहीं दिखेगा. I think from
दिखेगा.
learning
We will take
perspective
up
हम
some
chalk
other time.
paint
Yeah.
रखते हैं. Yeah, we can pick that up some other time. ये लोगों को ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा. Especially, this question that we get in terms of transfers looking translucent and all that. I think people will understand this better.
So what I am doing is I am just putting in various shades. One is baby blush. The next is radiant orchid and white gesso. Okay. So now what I'm
Okay.
going to do is take a simple sponge. Wait a
Hmm.
second. And then just blend in.
Okay. And again, guys, you can see that she has put in white because the colors were vibrant, right? So again, the same concept, pastels, you need to have at least pastels so that your designs can be, your transfers can look good. So pastels or white is the way to go. Thank you, Shalu.
Okay. Just try it.
मेरी कविता पारू की अलग स्नेहा के कमेंट्स पे कमेंट्री चल रही है.
Okay. So again, here before applying anything else, I'm going to do the stamping.
Okay. And again, this I know a question doesn't come, but personally, from your perspective, Anamika, do you see a difference of before and after of stamping on, like a lot of times we get this question कि मैं stamping पहले करूँ, transfer बाद में करूँ कि transfer पहले करूँ, stamping बाद में करूँ?
I would prefer doing the stamping first and then the transfer.
Okay. But
If you want the
according to you,
stamps to
does
be
it make
like
a
stamping to
difference?
be not to be too focused. If you want the
Yeah,
stamping
visible.
to be more vibrant and to be coming on top of your
Right.
project, it all depends on how you plan. If you want the stamps to be ekdam, focused, and you want people to see your stamping more, then do the
Right.
transfers first, and on top of that do the stamping.
Yeah, yeah. So just to add on, because मेरे सामने ये पड़ा हुआ है. So if you see, मैंने यहाँ पे stamping किया है, and I have followed same Anamika's rule, where I have stamped first and then applied transfer. So do you see ये काफी merge हो गया, and it doesn't उभर के नहीं आ रहा है. And I'll try and show you a project where I have done stamping later on. Let me just see. कि वो stamping later on वाला project. हाँ, पर आई फील इट्स मोर अबाउट सबका स्टाइल कैसा है मुझे लगता है इतना मतलब एवरीबडी हैज अ स्टाइल मैं तो ऑनेस्टली बोलूं मैं दोनों मिक्स करती हूँ मेरे को बहुत बार स्टैम्पिंग बाद में भी आता है क्योंकि आई फील लाइक पेपर इज लाइक डिजाइन इज एम्प्टी ऐसा बहुत बार मैं पहले भी
It
कर
all,
लेती हूँ व्हेन आई नो वेयर माय फोकल पॉइंट इज गोइंग टू
yeah,
बी
it all depends on your project, how you want your project to end up.
या So see, this was the live that I did like a more than a year back. So this is the transfer first and then stamping. So do you see how vibrant the stamping has come above the transfer? So you can do it both the ways. You can do stamping first or after, depending on how you want to do. Honestly, it's more about once you start getting hang of it, you will learn. But again, these are like very advanced questions, I feel. Starting में आपको जो जमे you do that. If you want more blended look, do it first. If you want less blended look, do it afterwards. Can we use transfer on a glass, as in water glass? Then will it be waterproof? Guys, for doing transfer, first of all, you cannot directly do it on a glass. You will have to coat it with gesso. So if you would have seen my this live of glass wala reel, which we had posted like a couple of days back. So इसमें पहले दो कोट ऑफ वाइट जेस्सो डाला था एंड देन आई कलर्ड एंड देन आई पुट ट्रांसफर सो एज वी सेड ग्लास पे डायरेक्टली यू कैन नेवर पुट ट्रांसफर यू विल नॉट गेट दिस वाइब्रेंट लुक वो ट्रांसलूसेंट लगेगा बिकॉज ट्रांसफर्स आर ट्रांसलूसेंट इन नेचर so you'll have to put gesso and I am never of agreement that you are putting paint and all that on a item and then you're putting it in your mouth. Don't do that. I mean, you don't know कि आपके मुंह में pigment जा रहा है, क्या जा रहा है, and pigment and all that are not good for your health. And any, like, let's say, even if you are, doing this kind of decorative glass item, you have to varnish it. And even after varnishing, you cannot wash this daily. We have spoken about this in our reverse decoupage lives also with Anamika, where she does a lot of plates. But वो plates में आप सूखा नाश्ता ही रख सकते हो, उससे ज्यादा कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते. और वो भी हम क्यों कर रहे हैं क्योंकि दैट वी आर डूइंग ऑन द बैक साइड ऑफ द प्लेट नॉट ऑन द फ्रंट साइड ऑफ द प्लेट जहां पे आपका खाना टच होगा या जहां पे आपका मुंह टच होगा so don't do that don't use all this paint and stuff on your like where you will touch your food or your mouth okay this is a strict no this is also
So,
a good trick which Paro just spoke about that अगर आप end में stamping करते हो and if you feel like your stamping has become too overpowering as compared to your project then you can of course add a light layer of gesso on top of it white gesso को water down करके आप लगा दो तो that will tone down your stamping क्योंकि आप white acrylic से basically वो उसको tone down कर रहे हो stamping को second generation stamping is always there, right? So second generation stamping, for those of you who don't know, is when you stamp the first stamping on a scrap piece of paper and then आप आके second time actual project पे stamp करते हो, so वो automatically light हो जाता है. So that is called as second generation stamping. Agreed. It all depends on the project. That is completely agreed. So, Kavita, you were not clean like all my stamps. I stamped with VersaFine Onyx Black ink, which is a waterproof ink, or an archival ink, which is again a waterproof ink. So, वो inks को आप एक बार, if you let it dry, it is permanent. So, you won't be able to wash it with a damp cloth. On to you, Anamika.
Yeah.
Sorry to
No,
overtake
no,
your
no, no.
life.
I am just doing my work. You please continue here.
Yeah. तो अभी हमने अंदर कौन सा कलर किया? The
Ye
purple radiant
radiant
orchid.
orchid. Yeah.
Yeah. And that kind of goes well with the flowers.
Yes.
So just for people who, again, we get this a question a lot कि मेरा ये कलर white जैसो करूँ कि बिना white जैसो MDF में दिखेगा या नहीं. तो आप देख सकते हो. अनामिका, can you bring the bottle side by side to the color so people can see कि ज्यादा difference नहीं आया है कलर में. हाँ. So here you can see the colors are remaining exactly the same. Of course, अगर आप कम पेंट यूज करके पतला सा ही लेयर लगाने वाले हो तो it is always advisable use a white gesso and then do it like how Anamika is right now doing. She's not using a lot of paint. On the inside, she has used a lot of paint. So if you are going to do a thick coat of paint, then you may, let the gesso. You don't need to do a gesso. But if you are doing a light coat, then you need to do a gesso. So again, that is something which you will learn over the period of time when you do a couple of projects. Chalk paint एक बार dry हो गया, then there is nothing you can do. Once it's gone, it's gone. इसीलिए if you see, I don't have a chalk paint bottle with us, but all our chalk paint bottle comes with a plug. So I have bottles which we launched, which was I think like 6, 7 years back, more than that, like I don't even remember. So उतने पुराने chalk paint bottles मेरे अभी भी चलते हैं.
Yes,
So it
yes.
is very
They
important कि
run for
आप
a
air
very,
मत
very
डालो.
long time.
Yeah,
That I can vouch for it. I mean, they really, I have never till date कोई dry नहीं हुआ. खत्म हो गया, but dry नहीं हुआ.
right. और मतलब that is with Anamika who does a lot of decoupage. I do very little decoupage. Now I have started doing decoupage just now. So मेरे chalk paints बहुत पुराने हैं, like first batch के हैं. So that will not dry out, but आपको वो plug जो अंदर आता है in the bottle, वो आपको बंद रखना है. You could have shown, but आज ही मैंने table clean किया तो I don't have anything right
Here,
now.
here, here.
But हाँ, so this is the plug. ठीक है, what she showed. तो प्लग आपको बंद करना है बॉटल में और वो हो जाएगा. अनामिका मैम, कैन यू शो द प्लग अगेन?
Yes, yes.
अच्छा, I have it. I just opened. I'll show it. I'll show it. Okay. Yeah. So this is how the plug comes. And ये bottle होती है. You have to remove the plug and then use it. But when you put it back and then close the top, and it's good to go. So don't throw this plug away. Thank you, Paro. Thank you, guys. आज मेरे को सब खुश कर एकदम ऐसा मुझे आज हाई मिल रहा है. Thank you. Appreciate your honest review, Parul. So यहाँ पे आपने और एक ट्रांसफर डाला, राइट अनामिका?
Yes, yes, yes. वो
Okay.
मुझे लगा कि थोड़ा सा ना खालीपन है इसमें, so I have put another transfer.
As always, guys, if you have any queries in terms of product, these lives are perfect. You could definitely ask, can we get more designs in Moroccan transfers, like more colors and new designs? Okay, I think even Anamika has asked for it, and I remember Sneha also talking about it in my last chat with her. So definitely, I mean, I have gotten a feedback. So we will try and do it. Like I don't guarantee, but I'll try and do that. The Moroccan tiles. It is in my head. And thank you for giving us a feedback. Also for those of you who have jars, because I know अगर आपके दूसरी brand के होंगे तो वो jars में होंगे, तो just from my acrylics perspective, right? अगर वो foiled है तो उसकी foil फेंको मत, and if the foil is also thrown away, to store your products for longer time, cling wrap them and then store them. Sneha has shown this in lives a lot of time where she puts a cling wrap on her bottle before closing the jar, right? So do that. That way, at least जो moisture अंदर है वो रहेगा and it should not dry as quickly as without that cling wrap.
Okay, now let me just give you a close look to how the things have turned up. Okay.
Yeah, how
So this
different it
was
looks.
my first thing. The background was
Yes,
a transfer on which we did another transfer on which we did the stamping. If you
right.
can see, the background is not that vibrant. It is not white. It is more of a lilac base. Though we had
Yes,
gessoed it, but this is what it has taken up. And lastly, stamping करने से the stamping is again a faded thing. Okay.
yeah,
So हल्के से किया. The next is on simple white background with stamping and transfers. So this has come out to be the clearest of all. The stamps are clear, the
yeah,
stamping thing is clear, even the transfer is like absolutely clear. The third one is again, we have taken the transfer on it, again did a double layer transfer, but then the background of the transfer was lighter than the previous one.
hmm,
So the elements are again very clear and we have done some stamping. And this is, we did a normal coloring on gesso and then we did the stamping and then we did the transfer. Here you will find the stamping to be crystal clear.
yeah. So this is again, if you see guys, वो purple flower बहुत vibrant है on the white edge, and it is a little bit less vibrant on the blended pink chalk paint background that she did, and it's the least vibrant on the transfer, which has a lot of lilac in the background, right? So you can see the same transfer that she has used, which is the purple flowers that give three different effects with a existing transfer of lilac on below it. And then can you move the stand to on the left, Anamika? So
On the
this is
left,
on transfer. लेफ्ट मतलब लेफ्ट फ्लिप कर दो लेफ्ट
okay,
साइड
okay,
वाला देख सॉरी
this one.
राइट करना
Or
मेरा उल्टा हाथ होगा ना और एक राइट
okay.
हाँ सो दिस इज ऑन अ ब्लेंडेड बैकग्राउंड सो इधर वो मीडियोकर दिख रहा है क्योंकि हमने पेस्टल कर दिया सो दिस इज द सेम पर्पल फ्लावर डिफरेंस बिटवीन व्हाइट एंड पेस्टल कलर और जो आपका ट्रांसफर ऑन ट्रांसफर है वो एक बार दिखाना
Transfer on transfer. This is a transfer on transfer. And the
Yeah,
first
this
thing is
one.
also a
Yeah,
transfer
the
on.
first one is also the transfer on transfer. So here also you can see the same purple flower, which is the rightmost flower. That is transfer on transfer, but नीचे का भी is also vibrant or more than light pastel. आप देख सकते हो कैसे वो merge हो गया, right? So that is the difference which we get.
Okay. So now I am going to use some stenciling.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I'm going to use this one. Okay. This is CrafTangles. I think 144.
This is vintage flower. Vintage flower or vintage damask, either one.
Okay. Now I don't know. Vintage flower. Yeah, it is vintage flower. Yeah. Yeah.
मेरे को अपने सारे प्रोडक्ट के नाम कोशिश करके रट के रखती हूँ
Yeah.
मेरा
Yeah.
इसीलिए ब्रेन में बोलती हूँ ना इधर उधर आधा तो ब्रेन मेरा ऐसे ही यूज हो जाता है
So I'm today going to use some gold powder, any sort of gold powder with your
ओके
decoupage varnish.
I'm just checking if we have resin pigments here for people to see.
Yeah, you
Okay, we
can
don't.
use the resin pigment also.
Yeah. So we sell those resin pigments, which are essentially the same thing, which is the gold powder. So you can also use that. You can combine them with varnish. You can also combine them with our clear texture paste and clear crackle paste to get different effects. Oh, interesting. Lychee handmade. Good to know. This stencil is very popular. This is again one of those design which comes back in stock, goes out in stock, again comes back in stock, goes out of stock. But I think all these mixed media stencils are really good. I personally like the script one and the gentleman one. So you'll see a lot of me using. So see, right now also it's on my desk because I like this part. And then I also like this guy. I think Parvati also uses this a lot. She has just used this in her last slide. And then this one, these two are, I think, favorite of all my mixed media artists. So this has writing damask and the art deco style, and this has gears also. I think even Anamika uses this a lot. And ye do mere mixed media artists, so they use it a lot also. This I use a lot in journaling also. Good to know. If you don't have these two, rather I would say get these two. These are much more like usable than the gentleman one, like 143 and 147. Like from my personal perspective, if you are into mixed media and journaling, or even decoupage, because you get this beautiful pattern.
Just a moment, I'll just change my sponge.
Yeah. Excellent. So this is like we made our own DIY paint, right? Using varnish and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gold powder.
yeah. You can also use a stencil brush if you want. If the thing is quite thick, so you can also use a stencil brush or a normal
So this
brush.
is a stencil brush. What she's saying, it has thick bristles in it. So it takes paint and you have like higher control on stencil. So you could use this.
You can
You could
also
also
use
use
a
a
gold
sponge.
paint. Paint. You can also use a deco color paint marker. You can use your
Hmm.
gold foils. Anything will do, depending on how vibrant you want the color
Yeah.
to be.
And what is easily available to you also
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
correct. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of splashes, and I'm going to use my chalk paint only to give a distressed look.
Okay. Interesting.
So for a distressed look, I'm going to actually need an amethyst shade. So I'm going to
Hmm.
mix few colors and then get it.
Okay. So you're not just limited to the color palette like me, because I don't give color theory a lot of interest, but you can always be like Anamika and blend colors and make your own shade. So here you have combined the blue
I have combined blue storm and that
and radiant orchid.
raw radiant
Radiant
orchid.
orchid.
Yeah.
Okay. And you
So
have created your own shade.
yeah. So maybe I'm going to put a little hint of. Let's see. Not sure whether it will give French rose. I'll just try.
These are mad scientists on the work.
I need a little darker tint.
Absolutely, Kavita. Today, I especially love where, she has tried different techniques on all the sides of the stand. So you guys can see the difference using the same transfer on different sides. That is like very informative in one project itself. So good technique, Anamika ma'am.
Thank you.
मेरे को कोई बोलता है अमेथिस्ट ऐसे ब्लू पर्पल ब्लू रेडियंट ऑर्किड और पिंक करके मिक्स बन के बनता, मुझे तो पहले गूगल मारना पड़ता है बी ऑनेस्ट। कलर मिक्सिंग थियरी मेरा तो दिमाग ही नहीं
Yeah, this is
चलता।
the perfect shade of purple, which is like
या
this butterfly color,
बटरफ्लाई
which
शेड
I, yeah.
राइट। एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू वांट टू मेक इट मोर विंटेज एंड ब्राउनिश तो आप बर्न सियाना टाइप कलर ऐड करके या ब्लैक ऐड करके इसको और डार्क कर सकते हो, सो दैट वेज यू कैन मेक योर ओन फर्दर शेड्स एज वेल, बट दिस इज going really well, like because it is matching the butterfly. Indeed, Paru. Edges have made such a huge difference, no? The edges have made the project so like एकदम change कर दिया the look. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, Sneha. So this is called splattering. So she has put one brush on top of the other and she is just doing the tapping motion, and whatever paint is available on the brush will fall down. So this is a splatter technique which is done with tapping of two brushes together. Completely agreed, Kavita. Absolutely dazzling designs. You should see if you are a decoupage artist, which I assume from your name you are. You should see a lot of our lives where Anamika has done a lot of live with us, where we just talk about techniques. So if that is something that interests you, do check out our previous lives. You will find a lot of techniques on how to use our transfers, chalk paints, decoupage papers, etc. Splatter is favorite, absolutely. हम सब splatter lovers हैं. Is that heat gun or hair dryer? This is an industrial level heat gun that Anamika is using. So if you don't have these kind of scrapbooking heat guns, so if you first of all if you are doing embossing and you do a lot of embossing, then get this kind of gun because it is smaller and easier to handle. If you just want to do drying, जहाँ पे it is not very heat temperature sensitive, you can get such kind of hair dryer नहीं, the industrial grade dryer that Anamika is using. ये
That is
normally
mostly
आपको
used for my resin products. If you are like,
yeah,
if you want to do
ये काफी
only
strong होता
crafting,
है.
then it is better to go for a normal
Yeah,
craft
so
dryer.
like this
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
this kind of. If you want to do like where आपका heat बहुत, you need bigger amount of heat, then you can go with that, and that's also much more bulkier. I can tell you because I have both. Even embossing भी उससे होता है, but you have to be extremely careful that you don't burn the paper because it throws a lot of heat. And उसकी highest setting पे तो वो सब कुछ जला देता है. It is that strong. I also have a same one. But I would highly suggest you go with this one. एक तो पतला small भी है and this you can control the temperature or the heat. हाँ, स्प्लैटर से सब बदल जाता है. आई एग्री. And I feel splatters, I have said this time and time again, but even in today's live also, I mean, at the point of repeating myself, splatters take away a lot of, issues from, like, if you have done small, small mistakes on your project, and if your project has that kind of vintage effect, जहाँ पे आप splatters डाल सकते हो, do that. So, your eyes are drawn to the splatters, right? अभी even if I show you this, तो आपका ध्यान इस पे जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे लेट्स से अगर छोटा छोटा मेरा कुछ इश्यूज होगा, you may not see it because first thing that your eyes will be drawn to are these things, right? So that's also a good hack if you have like small, small mistakes on your project. And of course, if it's a vintage project, it will just add to the look and the texture and the feel of the project.
I think it is almost done. Oh.
Oh man, we are 5 minutes over the mark, Anamika.
वो जैसो करके
आज
रखती ना
आप
तो
जीत
वो
गए.
हो जाता.
तो आपको 45 मिनट्स में ही हो जाता. But good, I mean, today people saw end to end, so they have if they have any queries, it's a good thing that we did. और आपका 1 घंटे में हो ही जाता है तो इट्स फाइन. मतलब स्ट्रगल मुझे लगता है मेरे को पार्वती और स्नेहा को होती है क्योंकि हम लोग के तो लाइव मतलब मेरे तो रिलीज वाले लाइव मुझे लगता है 3 घंटे भी क्रॉस कर गए हैं. और मेरे और स्नेहा और पार्वती के मिक्स मीडिया लाइव हमारे 2 घंटे तो क्रॉस हो ही जाते हैं. तो आई मीन वी नीड टू प्रॉब्ली लर्न. बट वो भी है मिक्स मीडिया इज वेरी मच लेयर बेस्ड, सो वो बहुत टाइम लग जाता है.
नहीं, उसमें वो ड्राइंग का भी वो है ना, ये तो
हाँ.
जल्दी हो जाएगा.
एंड मतलब kudos है. मैं तो कभी अभी just I was making a couple of mixed media project and I was thinking I took like literally 4-5 hours and I was thinking ये बेचारे तो फिर भी 2 घंटे में कर लेते हैं यार, मेरे तो 4 घंटे निकल जाते हैं. So I am तो even bad I feel. Absolutely, Kavita. So many techniques. And I really like, as I said, her transfer in a different effect, which you showed today.
So now we are actually done. All.
Yeah. So if you could, just bring it towards the camera. Of
Yeah,
course,
just
हमारा
a
reel
minute.
आएगा,
I'm just
but
एक
for
बार
people to see.
इसको मैं हटा देती हूँ and I'll just show you.
Yes. Yes.
Chance. Yeah.
And that DIY golden paint is looking really nice. Varnish and the gold. Good hack for people. ये मेरे को बहुत struggle हो जाता है कभी कभी. Good hack. Lovely.
Okay, so if
ये
I,
आज हमने vintage project बनाया without browns.
yeah,
A different vintage project.
yes. I don't know whether it
Yeah.
is looking vintagey or not, but
It
आज मैंने
is
brown
looking
का use
vintage.
नहीं किया.
हाँ. I think आपके लिए वो भी challenge हो गया होगा. No browns today.
हाँ, today I was like, आज तो मुझे कुछ different करना है. I was like thinking, since afternoon I was thinking कि क्या करे. 2-3 मिनट bases change किए, फिर color palette change किए.
Yeah. No, this is looking really nice. And I like how, using each side, you explain to people कि difference क्या होता है from vibrant to toned down using the blending. बहुत मतलब, I feel if people will watch this live later on, it is going to be saved, guys. So they will be able to understand, what exactly is what we mean by they are translucent and not opaque.
So each face is different,
Yeah,
Each
yeah,
face is unique and each face is different.
absolutely.
This is the white one.
Yeah. So Kavita is saying, take care of your hand, Anamika.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will.
Yes, please take care of your hand. We hope you get well soon. बर्फ लगाना थोड़ा सूजन कम हो जाएगी.
Yeah.
मेरी मम्मी यही
Uh,
करती है मेरे को. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll wait for the reel, Anamika,
yeah.
for the project. It
Tomorrow,
looks
yeah.
really
Tomorrow
good.
I'll put up the link. Yeah.
Yeah. अभी हम आपको देख सकते हैं.
Ah,
मुझे
okay.
पता है मैं बोलूंगी नहीं तो वो होगा नहीं.
Yeah.
No, but thank you. You're so sweet. I mean, every time you bring in so many tons of, different techniques, and I appreciate कि आपका आज हाथ में इतना लगा था, फिर भी, you did
No,
it.
no. I would
So,
have done it.
thank you.
I would have done it.
So, I hope you enjoyed with us today. and you
Yes,
enjoyed our
yes.
incessant बहुत सारे
I hope
questions
the
and continuous
others
chapa
enjoy
chapa
it,
chapa.
that I mean I try to, incorporate as many things as possible so that,
Yeah,
it is a bit informative.
yeah,
Otherwise, usually decoupage becomes very boring, cutting and pasting
yeah.
ही चलता.
नहीं नहीं आपके मजे ही आते हैं. I mean, we can see that from numbers and the queries we get. So thank you, Kavita. She's saying great project. And thank you especially to Anamika for always taking
Most
out time, I
welcome.
think, for lives and, doing
Most
so
welcome.
many and answering so many questions and sharing so many techniques जो बाकी लोग normally नहीं करते. So thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you at month end for another live with a different product, which we did last live. So ये मैंने
Yes.
लोग को hint दे दिया. So guys, we'll see you soon with another live and thank you, Anamika.
Yes.
Take care of your hand.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye. Bye.